Hello and welcome to another Fleet Ops audio commentary brought to you today by Clint Sat and special guest commentator Primigenia.
Hey everybody!
Alrighty, so Primi, why don't you give us a little intro on the top team?
Well, to introduce the top team on this wonderful evening, we have Ray 320 as the White Borg. And he is an optimized Borg.
Awesome, awesome. And who do we have on the bottom?
We have newcomer but very skilled player Charybde as the Borg also. And betting he's also optimized.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Double Opti here. Probably see some, maybe even see some adapters. They're pretty good in Borg versus Borg. Could see sphere battle too.
Very useful.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough matchup, really. I think Borg versus Borg. It's basically first one to make a mistake.
Yep. First. It all depends on what ships you build, just like any other game.
Yeah, kind of like this. Both players went try first, so that's very helpful if you want to get some of those more defensive, I think, modules, EM modules, things like that, or trying to get an early sphere. I think you tend to run into an issue if you don't get that try first, but personally I like to go for dilithium first, and then I just adjust my modules accordingly. But I've been called strange for that, so I think these guys are going to do just fine. Both, let's see, conduction matrix for Ray is up, and oh, Chari's has been up for a little while. Look at that.
Yep, he's to your Chari, yeah, just finishing up in his level 1. Ray's is only about halfway there, so only a few seconds difference, but it could have an effect on the later part of the game. There's always that possibility.
Looks like Chari, I mean, it really doesn't look like it's maybe like one collective connection difference at the moment. Yeah, not a big deal, I think. Maybe two, almost, maybe 1.5 difference. Look how far these nodes are for Chari in the bottom. There, those resource nodes are just way out there. Looks like he just didn't want to have any issues getting those docked. And this is the
Yeah, that, or he might be trying to protect them. Which I don't think the resource node is nearly as vital to protect as a mining station, but it definitely is an inconvenience to lose. So I don't think we've really seen a Borg player do that trick with a resource node, so we'll see if maybe that has an effect on how easy it is for him to defend his mining.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about how close that would be for mining defense. I think they're still a little far away, but I guess Scubes would get into range of that starbase if they went into attack. And speaking of Scubes, it looks like we might see a Scube rush here with Chari building out some probes. Got a couple of uplinks ready to go.
Chari. Yep, and yeah, looks like he's just about at the one more collective connection, and he'll be ready to pump out a pair of Scubes. And he might be waiting on some titanium, though.
And it looks like Ray went nodes level 2. Yeah, because he is...
and no collective uplink.
Yeah. Interesting. And Chari seems to be waiting. I don't know what he's waiting on exactly. Scubes, I guess maybe a regen Scube might be good. I think the intercept Scubes do a little less damage to the miners. I'm probably wrong on that, but oh, adapter. Look at that. So.
Oh, I think that's going to be a very good choice.
Yeah, you get a few of those out, you can take down some spheres pretty easy. Big torpedo damage, pretty good on that. And mixed in with the probes, just a lot of extra firepower compared to what a sphere can put out. And this probe is doing a good job.
Yep, and also spheres are, a really good combat ship in and of themselves, but there's, different advantages and disadvantages, you know, with a sphere, as opposed to, you know, multiple smaller ships that can move independently.
And both players got an expansion going, which is pretty interesting. I tend to not see that with Borg players. They tend to wait a little longer, but I think in this case they're just trying to skip that whole early game and move right into that mid-late
Yeah,
game.
I think the psychology here is the you know, they both know that the other guy's bored, and you know, maybe they're thinking they have a little more time, or that they're going to be going for the larger ships. You know, just clearly both players really concentrating on the economy early game.
Yeah, Ray looks like he's in a situation where he doesn't have quite enough resources to get that sphere off. He probably will get it when these guys dock. Yeah, I think he'll get it when they dock, but expanding early really cost him, I think, those extra resources to build that sphere.
Yeah, well,
Chari's
in the next 30 seconds, he'll be up to... Within 30 seconds, he's going to be up to 1,600 dilithium, so... It really depends on Shari's timing, how quickly Shari gets his second adapter up and attacks. As far as whether or not this works out for Ray, if Shari gives him the time, this will definitely be a benefit to him.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be who can baby their ships better, and who can just pump out the most damage in a short period of time. Both players kind of scouting around a little bit. Actually, yeah, Chari's got his going and recruiting a little bit. Ray's kind of floating around. Looks like he's got it hidden on this resource node.
Yeah, it kind of blends in there on the minimap. Yeah. If you're not looking too closely.
Probes set up, and these are...
There's the sphere chassis. Ray does have the sphere chassis up. It's not building, but it is up.
And I think if Chari was really on the ball, he could probably have gotten up here and be in a position to take this out when it starts building. But at this point, Ray's easily going to get this. Easily going to get this up. And is going to be far ahead in the collective connections. So we'll see if Chari's going to be able to combat that. He does have 2 adapters, 3 probes.
Yeah, well, he's going to get that sphere up, but against 2 adapters and 3 probes, that sphere might be a little outmatched.
Yeah, I think the issue would be that if Cherub got the scout. Oh, that's
very nice, advantage. Very good micro.
That is a great advantage right now. I think Ray needs to build another scout. I don't think he can afford to have his sphere get in a situation.
Oh no, he can't. When you only have 1 ship, you need to baby that thing. As you said, it's gonna be who can baby their ships better. And when you have all your cards on a sphere, you really gotta know anything that's near it.
Yeah. One thing I'm gonna ding Chari. I don't think he knows the expansion for Ray is on the right-hand side. I think if he did, he wouldn't have his fleet where it is. That's kind of really out of position, to be honest. That's nowhere near anything that value.
No, he is scouting ahead.
Yeah, and he's setting up his other
kind of
scout.
looking, so he's not walking his fleet right in.
So his other scout should kind of see what's going on and give him a little bit of a heads up, though it's not moving anywhere near that expansion. So we'll see. Chari really pumping out the miners, just gonna have oodles of resources. Ray kind of doing the same thing. Building. Has enough collective connections really to be ready to get that next sphere up. Though he may be under some pressure when he tries to do that. His sphere is moving out, so it's nowhere near the base to defend.
Nope, and he doesn't have that. It looks like he's not building another scout, so he has no idea that this fleet is on its way.
Yeah, a little Miss Micro getting those probes too close to the starbase. Adapters moving in. We'll see if the sphere turns around. Nope, it's going to go in for a kill, I think. It should be able to take out some of that mining pretty easily. Chari got to watch out. I think he's getting a little close to the starbase there. I don't think he needs to go for minor kills here. I think he needs to go for stopping him from mining, just keeping him.
Yeah, just harassment.
Yeah.
And really, he could afford to have those adapters within starbase range for a short time, but
yeah,
those
but
probes just cannot take that firepower.
If he loses a probe here, that's going to be horrible. And I don't know if he needs to go
Oh,
after
definitely.
this connection. Oh, that probe is really, really close here.
Well, he's you know, doing a decent job here, and that is down.
Yeah. He's gonna get this little, gonna get that kill.
This is strange. If you look here, that probe, that adapter was a little closer to the starbase, but the starbase targeted the probe.
Yeah. Ray really trying to get that adapter. He might get it too. Let's see. If he stays.
And he definitely did. He might get it down to yellow capacity.
Well, yellow is pretty low on that, I think. I don't know. But Ray's gonna get a miner down here. Chari not moving his miners away, but may be able to kill some of these in the expansion. Kind of a this for that thing. Sitting on 40 connections himself, so he's gonna get his sphere up pretty soon.
Yep, and he's you know, not hoarding, but he definitely has the other resources. So. He's definitely, you know, keeping in mind, you know, making sure that once his connections are there, he has everything else he needs. There's really nothing worse for a board player than, you know, waiting on the connections for a sphere or a larger ship, and then, you know, realizing, oh, you know, I don't have quite the tritanium or the dilithium that I need.
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.